Good afternoon. I am Tahirah of St. Croix, Virgin Island. I apologize and regret that I cannot be with you on this Sunday afternoon, particularly in the dawning of a new day. And we stand at the crossroad. The theme selected is so appropriate for now because we're definitely standing at a crossroad where we're being asked to make a very critical decision, personal decision, as well as a collective decision. The first thing that we must recognize is where we are in terms of our own crossroads. And crossroads, in my practice, we have crossroads. We have four. We stand at the crossroad, and there are four different directions, as there is in creation itself. And in the indigenous world, we always recognize the four directions and the impact that these four directions has on where we are today. And we could get embodied in that if we want to talk about the directions. If we're going from the south or going from the south to the west, the south today asks us to shed the old skin that we're carrying, the old body, the old thoughts, the old belief system that no longer served us. If we noticing that we're standing in that direction. So as we approach this crossroad, we can remind ourselves, or ask ourselves, in what direction am I? Am I standing in the crossroad at a place where I need to shed the old body, the old belief system? And those belief systems may be similar to what we see going on in the nation, or us and them, or right and wrong. So we've been asked to cleanse ourselves and stand in a way where we're not judging, we're observing what's going on in the world. And we ask ourselves, where do we want to be with that? Or what part of that we want to continue with? And so we move from that direction and we move into the direction of the west. And we look at the jaguar spirit. And the jaguar spirit that dreams and allows itself to go into the dream space, allows itself to even die to an old paradigm, an old personal paradigm, as well as a collective paradigm, because he recognized that it has served its time. And so now he gently takes on another course, another direction for himself. And he began to envision and dream what he wants to see manifest in the world or in his world. So we may take ourselves there in this crossroad and ask ourselves, where are we in terms of I envision? Is my envision colored by my own prejudice and by my own separation, by my own self-righteousness or self-rightness? What are we being asked to do as we stand and envision a new way forward? Where are we in that dreaming? What's blocking that dream? It may be a good time for us to sit with that. And so we move ourselves to the north. And we look at the north. And the north is represented in the ascended ancestors or the ascended masters, or where the wind blows, the sweetness. And we notice that symbolically In certain indigenous culture, it represents the hummingbird that can travel, say, from nations from all over, from the north to the south, testing the sweet nectar of life. And ask ourselves, are we ready to dive in and taste the sweetness of life and taste that sweet nectar of life? And we're ready to do that for ourselves. Are we ready to open our hearts and embody that sweet, gentle, wise spirit that embodies all life, the sweetness of life? So we may want to visit that direction. And then we come to the east, where all life begins, where we fly high like an eagle in the sky. And we can look over all that we have learned from our history and where we've been on the earth. We look at where we've been. And then we look at where we wish to go forward. What do we want to give birth to? This is a good time to sit with ourselves and ask ourselves, what is that I wish to give birth to? What do I wish to give birth to today? So let us take on this challenge in life, and perhaps work with it and look at doing our own personal ceremony. Create your own crossroads.